Hello everyone, Meisterang here with some more silliness. You know what? Cool, good job, poet. What was I saying? Oh yeah, where I don't look at the list of evils and outcasts. Alright, 5 or 6 is a twin minion. Cool, I guess the oracle's being truthful. Medium's being truthful. Somebody's got to be corrupted here. If this lover is evil... Well, okay, if this lover is telling the truth, then this lover is evil, but this lover would be telling the truth. If this lover is evil, then this lover would be lying as well. I'll have the Slayer kill somebody. Cool. Alright. Killing a knight without any extra information is always kind of a risk. Let's see what the Jester thinks of these two mediums. Okay, thinks they're both good. Alright, well one thing we know is that this lover is not telling the truth. Okay. I have a hunch that there's a doppelganger among us. I believe the druid. Doppelganger and shaman? Now that would be funny. Let's kill this empress. I think she's lying. Haha! Alright, 1 and 7 are good. 1, 2, and 3 supposedly have a doppelganger. 1, 3, and 8. Though if all of this is true, then I kind of run out of possible evils. Well, what does this Jester think? Okay, 1, 3, and 8 have 0. Okay, so 1 and 3 are good. Yeah, so 2 has to be evil. Alright. No minions. Okay, that is truthful. Oh, also no minions. Cool, so we got a doppelganger pair. Okay. Oh, wait. What does his lover say? Well, 1 evil adjacent. I was going to say that's impossible. Because, like, if 1 or 6 was the puka, then 7 would be corrupted. But, if 6 is the puka, then 7 would have been cured. Okay, it's not possible for 1 to be the puka here. Since 1 would have corrupted 2, which means 7 could not have been cured. Yes, this architect has to be good. Can this alchemist be corrupted? I mean, can this alchemist be the puka? I think the answer is no. It's like, what are these guys' excuses over here? This bishop would be lying. 3 would be corrupted, except 3 could just be the doppelganger. Yeah, so this alchemist has to be good, and I think telling the truth. I don't think 5 can be evil. Yeah, because then there's no way the lover should be saying anything bad about her neighbors. Well, good job, alchemist, I guess. There are no minions. Okay. Truthful oracle. Truthful confessor. 3 away from closest evil. Oh, is this another doppelganger game? Kind of looks like a doppelganger game. Yeah, because puka will never disguise... will never double claim. So... Yeah, it's like... yeah, so Sorry. So the puka, yeah, demons will never double claim. So if one of the poets is real, the other one cannot be the puka. But what if they're both fake? What if one of them's a drunk and the other one is the puka? Well, then these are both lying, and number 6 is lying but is telling the truth. So that's impossible. These have to be real poets. And what does this fortune teller think about all these people that are telling the truth? Fortune teller is a big liar. I think 7 has to be puka. And yeah, 2 and 3 are clearly both villagers, so this bishop is lying. And the bishop has to be corrupted in that case, since if she was evil, she would not say 1, 2, and 3 have the villager outcast minion. Okay. Alright, we got an original baker. Let's see what happens when we allow 9 to be killed. Okay, 9 was in fact good. Good job, Gemcrafter. I am suspicious of 10, since 10 didn't get turned into a baker. But, Okay, the hunter also says that 10 might be evil. Okay, good job. Alright, hunter's telling the truth. Yeah, so 9... I kind of wish I flipped 9 instead of flipping 10. But 9 is clearly just a baker, so it doesn't matter. Well, I guess if 8 was corrupted, then 9 would not be a baker. I don't know. So 5 is good. And I'm trying to think of who could be the puppet. This hunter could be the puppet. This baker cannot be the puppet. The baker could be... Number 8 could just be an evil disguise as a baker, and then 9 got turned into a baker. Which would be kind of funny. Let's see if this knight is corrupted. 3 is evil, 4 is corrupted. Okay. This feels like a situation where I have to kill the Plague Doctor just to distinguish... Oh, of course the Plague Doctor thinks the Bombardier is, evil. Hold on a second. Is it even possible that the Plague Doctor is lying? Okay, suppose 4 is... Well, okay, if the Plague Doctor is lying, then 4 is not corrupted. Okay. And 3 is not evil. So it'd be something like this. And then we don't know if 4 is, we don't know whether 4 is evil or good. I think in this case 2 has to be the puppeteer, and 1 has to be the puppet, and then 4 has to be the evil. Okay. So it could be 1, 2, and 4. Okay. I think it's actually impossible for this Plague Doctor to be lying. No, wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, because if the Plague Doctor's fake, then 4 is definitely not corrupted. Okay, what if the Plague Doctor is real? 3 is evil. 4 is corrupted and good. But then 3 would be the puppeteer and 4 would be the puppet. I think it's impossible for the Plague Doctor to be telling the truth. Okay. 4 is not corrupted, so it is guaranteed safe to kill 4. Nice. Alright, Baker is, good. 7 is also good. Possibly corrupted. 3, 4, and 5 contain one of each. Yeah, and that has to be true since that includes a face-up outcast who is either, you know, evil or outcast. Okay, I think 1, 5, and 7 all have to be villagers. So this bishop is lying. Ooh, okay, so we have an extra outcast. This alchemist cure 2 corruptions? No, that's definitely not possible. I guess 2 has to be a ba then. Yep. I didn't even notice that there was a duplicate other than that fake, that bishop pair where one of them was fake. 4 was affected by an evil. Okay. If 4 was corrupted, then that would mean 5 is evil. Let's have the Slayers try to kill each other. I think that'd be fun. Oh, okay. So 5 is good. I think this witness has to be lying. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. There's a witch. And then there's, I guess, a puka. Unless 9 is, 9 is a plague doctor. Let's see if the druid thinks 9 could be a plague doctor. Oh boy. Ugh. Hard game. Alright, what does this judge think? Alright, judge is truthful. Okay, you know what? Well, I'm like, you know what? The Empress is the poisoner. That's something. So if the Empress is the poisoner, then 1 would be lying, and then 2 would be lying. Oh man, this is some, these are certainly some contrivances that I'm inventing. Alright, so 4 is accusing 9. Okay. Closest evil is counterclockwise. So I think 1 has to be accusing 8 and 9. Yeah, so if 1 is telling the truth, then 8 or 9 is evil. Actually, what if it's 4 and 8? Okay. Wait, so, okay, suppose 1 is good. Then 8 or 9 has to be evil. 2 is good and truthful. And... yeah, so it could be, it could be 4 and 8. It could be 4 and 9. But that's not possible because if 4 was evil, then 9 would not be evil. So it's either 4, 8, or 8, 9. Okay. That is if 1 is truthful. If 1 is, if 1 is lying, 1 is probably evil. And it's what, 1 and 2? That looks very possible. I'm gonna kill 1 and see what happens. Okay. Wow, it's a real plague doctor. Alright, what does this plague doctor think of 3? 7 is evil, 3 is corrupted. Okay, I guess this plague doctor is telling the truth. Oh no. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, so clearly this medium is lying, and clearly this Empress is lying. I think Okay, 4... Yeah, so 2 and 4 are lying. Yeah, 3 is good, 5 is good, and 9 is good. So 4 is lying, 2 is lying. They cannot have a drunk since we have no counselor. I think there has to be a puka, and I think it has to be 2. I think 2 is the puka, since 4 can't be a puka, otherwise 5 would be corrupted. Alright. Was a gem crafter. Alright, there might not be any corruption. Let's go... Alright, let's just test these judges and see what they say. Alright, we got 2 judges that are telling the truth. We got a hunter that's telling the truth. Closest evil is counterclockwise. We have an enlightened that's probably... That is telling the truth. Alright, gemcrafter's good. I think it's 7 and 8. Since pretty much everybody else had to be telling the truth. One or 6 is a counselor. Okay, I guess there's a counselor in this game. But I don't believe it's the Plague Doctor. Okay, so we have a Ba, and we have a counselor. Cool. I think 5 and 6 are a doppelganger pair, and one of them is corrupted. I think 5 is corrupted. Oh, all right. So we have a drunk and a counselor. That's and a doppelganger. Now that's interesting. So 5 is not corrupted. I guess 1 is a counselor. I'm lucky that I hit the drunk then. No evils adjacent. All right, get out of my game. With the Plague Doctor and the drunk accounted for, there was no more corruption, so I could just turn my brain off after finding the whatever. After finding the somebody lying, yes. All right, alchemist. So alchemist could be so the only way that the alchemist can be lying is okay. So there is a minion. This oracle is truthful or corrupted. Yeah, I feel like 4 just has to be the puka, right? Because the minion can't cause corruption. I guess 4 could be the drunk. Yeah, we'll kill 4 and see if 4 is the drunk. But I don't think 4 can be regular corrupted. Because 5 is not a puka. Okay. Bishop's telling the truth then. 5 and 9 contain an evil. Or an outcast. I feel like the Oracle is probably the drunk then. 8 is probably good. Minion... Oh. And Minion is 1 away from closest evil. Oracle is the drunk then. Or just corrupted by a puka. Anyway, 9 is good. Fortune teller has to be truthful, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it just has to be 6 as the puka. Yep. Alright, let's just click the jester. Alright, one of those is evil. That's cool. Oh boy, we got 2 bombardiers. Alright, what is this jester? Well... Alright, and then 1. What does the jester think of this person over here? Okay, jester thinks that 8 is evil. Alright, well, what does the jester think of Both the bombardiers. Okay, I believe the jester. I think he has to be telling the truth. Unless there's some wacky setup where there's a doppelganger and a drunk, and somehow not, like, I don't, well, or 6 is just like a plague doctor or something. I really feel like if there's some wacky scenario where 4 is the evil, then I think I don't have a chance. Okay, cool. So, so 4 must be good, since 4 or 8 was evil according to this jester. Yeah, so 1 and 3 contain 1 evil. Cool. Okay, shaman is 3 away from closest evil. So that's either the jester, who is clearly good, and the lover, who is also clearly good. Nice. Oh man, imagine being a puka in a plague doctor round. Alright, so if the lover is truthful, then 1 or 3 is the puka, and 2 should be corrupted. So 2 has to be either evil or corrupted. If 2 was corrupted, it would be because of the plague doctor. Oh, I guess we had a gem crafter saying that she is good. Alright. Oh, we got 2 evils. One of them could be a shaman. Let's kill this lover, see what happens. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so we have a Ba, and we could have a counselor. Alright, what does this druid think? Druid thinks that the bombardier is real. Only 1 pair of evil. If the bombardier is real, then one of the poets is lying, and possibly both of them. Did this guy really cure corruption? Maybe? Nope. Basically, if this alchemist actually did cure corruption, there would have to be... I guess there could have been a puka. I was thinking, oh, there has to be a poisoner. No, wait, no, there has to be a Ba, so it would have to be a poisoner. It would be a poisoner game, and then... I don't know. I don't believe 1. Oh, okay, yeah, I was thinking it was a counselor game. And if it turned out 5 was corrupted, then 6 and 4 both have to be evil because 6 is the poisoner, and I don't know, it just... There's a lot going on there. Kevin Slayers try to kill each other. That'd be kind of funny. 2 evils adjacent. Alright, 8 is supposedly a bard. You know, I'm gonna reveal him. 2 cards away from corrupted character. Alright, what does the Plague Doctor agree with that? No. Well, maybe. Okay. So the bard thinks that the architect is corrupted. Let's see if this bombardier is real. Okay. You know, because they can't both be real unless there's a counselor, and it actually turned out that there was a counselor, but they weren't both real. Also, the fact that the one Slayer failed to kill the counselor, yeah, suspicious. Okay. Bishop is telling the truth. The bishop will never lie about only seeing 2 types of people. This alchemist definitely did not cure 2 corruptions. Well, I definitely want... I clicked too quickly. Yeah, if I was a little more careful, I would have seen that this poet says 10 is a real judge, and then flipped 10 so I could use the judge's ability on somebody. Alright, what does this druid think? Druid thinks there's no outcasts. Druid is not corrupted. Cool. Well, okay, what is this? Judge is a big liar. Alright, Judge is a big liar. Judge might be evil, Judge might be corrupted. We'll just recharge his ability before we kill him. And 10 is not a real judge. Cool. If 2 was corrupted, then eh. Interesting. So this is a puka round. How do we have 2? Oh, okay. So we have a doppelganger. That's how we have 2 oracles. 4 is the doppelganger, and 2 is corrupted by the puka. 4 is a doppelganger, so 3 is lying, and 3 cannot be corrupted by the puka, since 2 and 4 are not the puka. Okay, 4 cards away from corrupted, that is true. Confessor is corrupted. I'm going to kill 3. Alright, what about 1? Cool. Alright, Hunter thinks that Enlightened is evil. Okay. Oh, and the last evil is a witch. Okay. Oh, 8 is not corrupted. So 8 has to be, well, the witch or or an outcast, which could be a bombardier. Well, what does this druid think? Druid thinks no outcasts. Okay. So druid, I guess the druid thinks that 8 is evil, though 8 could just be a doppelganger. Oh, if 5 is evil, the Enlightened is still lying. So I'm going to kill this Enlightened and see what we have here. Is a wretch. Okay. That explains why the druid got a confusing thing that they said. Okay, well 1 is clearly not a witch. 7 is good because 7 has to be the baker. Yeah, 2 thinks 4 is a witch. Bard is 3 away from corrupted. Okay. If 5 is evil, then 3 is telling the truth, but 3 has to not be a real empress. So 3 would be a doppelganger, I guess. And then 7 would be an empress that got turned into a baker. Right, so 5 is evil, 3 is a doppelganger. 2 is good. But 2 would have to be corrupted, or 6 would be lying. But we've accounted for our 1 outcast, since 3 is the doppelganger. There's no drunk. 2 would have to be. There's no drunk and there's no plague doctor, so 2 cannot be corrupted, since 2 is surrounded by good people. So this bard has to be evil, but then this knitter is lying. I guess because wait a second. The oracle's accusing 4 of being a witch. That's too many evils. Okay. Yeah, so I think this falls apart if we think that the medium could be evil. So the medium has to be good. Could the medium be corrupted? Possibly, but I think it's unlikely. So 3 is a real empress, and then 2 is evil. 4 is not a witch. 3 is telling the truth. The bard is lying, and a doppelganger baker. Okay. So 3 is including herself, which means either 3 is corrupted, which should be impossible, unless 3 is the drunk. Yeah, 3 could be the drunk, or 8 could be evil. I'm gonna kill. Oh, let's kill 8 and. Yeah. So part of the reason was 6 turned 7 into a baker, and then 7 should have turned 8 or 9 into a baker, which I think that didn't happen because 8 and 9 are both evil. Or, like, one of them could be a doppelganger or something. Okay. Left side is not more evil, which means the last evil has to be on the right side. Oracle's telling the truth. Oh, okay, we got... Yeah. We got some knitters that are lying. That is all. 4 cards away from closest evil. That is a lie. Nice, and I didn't even hit somebody who's corrupted. Okay, Bard is always truthful when he says 4 cards away from corrupted evil, from corrupted character. I should have, yeah, I should have taken a closer look around the board before I decided to kill this lying poet. Anyway, 2 is corrupted, 8 is not corrupted. I think 8 has to be evil. Yeah, 8 cannot be a doppelganger, so 8 just has to be evil. And 7 cannot be corrupted, and also cannot be... Oh, we have... Yeah, this has to be a puppet. In my head, there was no puppet. I guess because I'm usually used to seeing 4 evils when there's a puppet. I don't know. Anyway, 4 cards from corrupted character. Sure. Good job. Oracle thinks that 4 is a puppeteer. Okay. Let's see what these judges think. Alright, this judge is lying. Other judge is telling the truth. 4 is not a puppeteer. 9 is lying. And 2 is not able to be turned into a puppet. Okay. That works. Alright, what does this druid think? Drunk, and the other druid says drunk. Cool. And Dreamer's lying. Okay, we do not have a puppet, so that's just truth. So that's just good. Could we have corruption? Maybe. Well, not, I guess 8 can't be corrupted unless 8 was the drunk. Okay, 8 is not Lilith. Okay, yeah. We're down to 4 health, which sucks. Are both sides equally evil? Well, if 3 is evil, then 3 would be telling the truth. So I think, so 3 is clearly truthful. I think 4 has to be evil. Yeah, 3 cannot be evil and 3 cannot be corrupted because of this alchemist. Okay, so 3 is good and truthful. That means this knitter is truthful, this bombardier is good, and there's no plague doctor. So there's no chance for some wacky corruption to have happened. Yeah, there's no way 4 could be good here. Two pairs of evil. Oh boy, we got 2 knitters saying 2 pairs of evil. 2 knitters. Did I say 2 pairs of knitters? Whatever. Oh, we have a puppet. Yeah, since the deck thing says 2 evils, but we have 3. Okay. If the knitters are telling the truth, then the 2 pairs of evil, are obviously 3 evils in a row. Does it have to be that one of the knitters is the puppet? I mean, what if it's just like... What if the bombardier is evil? I'll have 5 try to kill 8. Because if 5 is unable to kill, then there's a good chance that 6 is also the puppet. Alright, let's just kill 8 and see what happens. Nope. I should have done that with the bombardier, I think. Closest evil is equidistant. I don't believe this enlightened. Oh, Huh. Okay, so we have a puppeteer. Could we have a puka? And we have a puka or a ba. I really want to kill this enlightened. Okay, closest evil is in fact equidistant. Is it just 6 and 8? Well, if it's 6 and 8, then... Well, if it's 6 and 8, then one of these is a puppeteer, the other one is the ba, and then... Then 5 is the drunk. Since even if 5 is the puppet, 5 should have killed 8. Okay, 2, 5, and 7. Then the jester is lying somehow, but is good. 1 is the puppet. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. The knitters cannot both be evil. Could one of them be the puppet and the other one be good? No, because this enlightened has to be telling the truth. So it's either these are both evil or they're both good. And they can't both be evil. So they have to both be good. And if they're both good, I think they have to be truthful. They can't both be like corrupted. I mean, I guess they could, right? Because there could be a poisoner and a puka. And then... Well... Let's see. Could it be both of those? I think we... Well... Right, so we have a puppet, a puppeteer. There's no poisoner, because it's just a puppet, a puppeteer, and a demon. But there could be a drunk and a doppelganger. Yeah, I don't... Well, okay, what if... Yeah, 6 and 8 can't both be good and corrupted in that case. Like, what if 5 is a puka, and then 1 is a puppeteer, and 8 is a drunk? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so these knitters have to be telling the truth. I think it has to be 2, 3, and 4 as the evils, and that would make 2 the puppet, since 2 was telling the truth. I don't have a lot to go on, and I'm killing a bombardier. Alright. Cool. Yep. Well, that was tough. It really did feel like a gamble at the end. But yeah, we did it. We got a 25 streak without looking at this little bar, looking at this thing. I'm gonna be doing a different village anyway. It's like whatever. I get to look at all these. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.